Alright, Jay Smokehouse back again. As I was saying about Harper and his asinine approach, I don't exactly understand it, and it's hard not to keep ranting and raving about it right now because it means a difference, a huge difference for Canada and the future of Canada. Similarly, people would think that having a license like this here, a federal license here in Canada, somehow protects me, or somehow, why am I complaining that I, at least in my country, can have a license? I would argue that the American states should live in a certain state in America, such as New York or Oregon or whatever. So I'm not sure exactly of Oregon's state. These are places that have programs for people to grow, and they're state-run programs, and indeed the feds can move in on them any time. But I mean, they have a lot more registration. We only have 1,800 plus in Canada licensed. And they've spent $24.2 million, that was up until June 2006, since 2001, that we know of, due to the fact that I was on the National Steering Committee for, cannabis as a therapy for persons living with HIV/AIDS. And we got that through a Freedom of Information request. So when we get this kind of information, we have to say, okay, well that was 2006, so we're now going into 2008. 2 more years, another whatever that works out to. I mean, I'm not good with money, but I'm only able to guess that that license is probably worth a few $100,000 on the taxpayers' money. Okay, while PPS continues to make craft and try to sell it to us, and consider removing the personal production license, because we're mold collectors and fire starters. I say to the government, bring your inspectors, do what it is that you need to do, that you feel to make people safe, but do not discriminate against a cannabis plant. There's a reason, because if you want to choose just to regulate us and say that you're going to come and you're going to inspect my wiring and inspect my ballots, and that all my stuff has to be CSA approved, I respectfully request that you do the same for the people who grow exotic herbs, exotic plants, okay? And they do this all around the city. They use the very same equipment as me, intake, exhaust, and they don't get accused of any mold, okay? And they certainly never have any police come to their house. And they certainly don't need to answer on any federal forms, and that goes right into my next little spew, which of course I always have to get this out, and this is about the Medical Marijuana Access Division itself. This is a program that their own staff can't answer my questions half the time. I phone there and I ask questions about derivatives, etc., and they can't answer. When I talk about derivatives, I mean I can't make cookies, I can't have cookies, I can't have any of that stuff. Any derivatives, hashish, cookies, tinctures, you name it, I'm not allowed to have it, other than the whole plant product, end product flower. I don't exactly understand the terminology in the CDSA when they say the processing of a plant. Because to me, what I'm doing right now by cloning is the processing, of a plant, and it's allowed. I would argue that the curing afterwards, when I'm all done and I have my end product, I cure it in a jar to help with the smoothness and some better taste, and it brings out the organic citrus taste to it. And by doing so, that's also a processing mechanism, which is not addressed by the federal guidelines. This is how ridiculous and backwards thinking. Again, this is a different government entirely, allowing Harper some leeway here. Entire government differently set up these programs, allow these policymakers to get in there, and they never decided to ask people from the cannabis culture who know what they're doing, who know how this stuff goes, and when they whatever time they did choose to ask, it seems that just fell on deaf ears because they went ahead and did what they felt was right, and they tried to force